let's start off. So this is Sram auras for Pioneer. So if you've ever played Modern, you've probably come across Bogles. And Bogles is a deck where you essentially want to play a hexproof creature or a creature that is protected in some way. It's usually hexproof. And you want to suit it up with auras so that you make a giant attacker. So it's usually like a 10-10 trample, flying, vigilance, lifelink, double strike, whatever it is. And that's what the deck wants to do. This works very similar, in a very similar way, but there's got a bit more grind to it. There's no hexproof creatures in the deck. There are none whatsoever. However, there are some interesting cards that make it pretty safe to run this kind of build at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into 3 categories. Technically it's a little more than that, but three main categories. So there's the creatures, there's the protection, and then there's the auras. So what I'm going to do is take you through, first of all, the creatures. So the first one we have here is Favorite Hoplite. 1 white mana for a 1/2 human soldier, and whenever you cast a spell that targets Favorite Hoplite, so that's any aura basically, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and you prevent all damage that be dealt with this turn. So it's essentially like protection. So that's very, very handy. A nice little efficiently costed 1-drop. Then we have our other 1-drop is Hateful Eidolon. So Hateful Eidolon is 1 black for a 1/2. It's an enchantment creature, spirit, and it's got lifelink. And whenever an enchanted creature dies, you draw a card for each aura that you control that was attached to it. So if we have a Hateful Eidolon or say a Favorite Hoplite with a Hateful Eidolon out, and it's got say 3 auras on it and it dies, you draw 3 cards. That's insane. That is insanely good. It's so powerful. And then we have 2 Ephemia the Cacophony. So 1 in a black for a 2/1 legendary enchantment creature. Again, another enchantment. And it's a harpy. And it's got flying, and at the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So this is very good against decks that might have a little bit of removal, say like mono red decks and stuff, where you might have a couple of your creatures get shocked or lightning striked or something like this, or stomped. And a lot of them, as you've noticed already, there's a lot of enchantments in the deck, so you should be able to just exile something to make another blocker while you attack in with your main attacker, which is quite nice. It's also got flying, so that's kind of nice too. And then the other creature in the deck, the main creature that we would be looking at, is Sram, Senior Edificer. So it's a 4/, it's a legendary creature, but it's worth it. It's 1 white for a 2/2 legendary Dwarf Advisor. And whenever you cast an aura, that's the main one, or an equipment or vehicle spell, you draw a card. So we're only focusing on the auras part here. But what's good about this is the aura doesn't have to land and resolve. It's only on cast. So if you land a Sram and you cast an aura and they remove it straight away, you still get to draw that card, even if you get sort of blown out a little bit. So that's kind of nice. It helps mitigate the risk involved in playing auras with no hexproof creatures. There is one other creature, but it's going to start taking us into the protection side of it. So let's look at our things that we're running to protect our creature. First up is the final creature we were talking about, Alseid of Life's Bounty. 1 white for a 1/1 enchantment creature, again enchantment, and it's an imp with lifelink, and you can pay 1 and sacrifice it to give target creature or enchantment you control protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So you can use this to give your Sram protection from red if someone's trying to shock it, or anything at all. And this is also just a good thing to put a couple of enchantments on as well, because it has lifelink, so it can race the likes of the red decks and everything as well. And it's essentially Mother of Runes, but just one-time effect. It's very, very powerful. Hello, Go Positive Man. Welcome along. And then the other piece of protection, another piece from Theros Beyond Death, Karametra's Blessing. As 1 white for an instant, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an enchanted creature or an enchantment creature, which is almost definitely going to be the case, it also gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So this is, I've said it before in a previous deck tech for a standard video where I used this. It is just Blossoming Defense on steroids. It's so powerful. It's so unbelievably good in a deck like this. So that's the main sort of bulk of the creatures and the protection package. So what we want to do is we want to make these creatures big. We want to make them worthwhile, worth attacking with. And the main things that we're doing that with is Sentinel's Eyes, first of all. 1 white mana for an aura, give creature +1/+1 in vigilance, and you can escape it by paying 1 and exiling 2 cards from your graveyard. If you haven't seen Escape yet, by the way, Escape is you pay the escape cost and exile whatever number of cards from your graveyard, other cards from your graveyard that it says on the card. So in this case, it's 1 white mana and 2 cards. And it'll come back attached to whatever creature you choose. We've then also got Griffspoon, which does a similar thing. It gives +1/+0 and flying, and you can pay 4 mana, 3 and a white, to return it from the graveyard to the battlefield attached to a creature. We then also have Cartouche of Solidarity, which is +1/+1 and first strike, but you also get a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. So it's great to put onto your main attacker to have a little blocker to protect you from getting hit in the backswing or from edict effects and that kind of thing. There aren't too many in the format, edict effects, but they're there. They're definitely there. And then we've got the two main sort of beefy pieces. First one's Ethereal Armor. So 1 white mana to enchant a creature, and it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and gives a first strike. So from what we've seen so far, the only things that aren't enchantments here are the 4 Favorite Hoplite and 4 Karametra's Blessing. Everything else is an enchantment. So this is going to get huge fast. Very fast. And then the other piece to round out the deck is 4 All the Glitters, which does the same thing, except it gives +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. So if you happen to have artifacts in a deck, it'll count those too. For the mana base, we've got 4 Godless Shrine, 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Caves of Koilos, and 6 Plains. 18 lands altogether, really simple, nice and slick, very straightforward. In the sideboard, we've got some interesting choices here, actually. We have 3 Apostle of Purifying Light, which is 2 mana for a 2/1, and it has Pro Black. Thankfully, none of the enchantments that we are running in the main deck are black at all, so it will be able to take any of the auras that you put on it. But it's also Incidental Graveyard Hate, where you can pay 2 and exile a card from a graveyard, so if that ever happens to be relevant. We've also got 4 Hushbringer. Hushbringer being 2 mana for a 1/2 flyer with lifelink, and creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. So this is really good against the likes of spirits and stuff. And yeah, it's good for those creature matchups where there's a lot of good ETB effects and stuff. We've got 2 Gideon of the Trials, which is particularly useful against, say, the combo decks in the format, like Dimir Inverter or Lotus Breach, because you just make a Gideon emblem, and as long as you have Gideon, you can't lose, and your opponent can't win. So yeah, that's very handy to have. It's also a good beater, and it's very good against control as well. Then if we need to kill some creatures, maybe get some mana dorks out of the way, that kind of thing, we've got 3 Deadweight. 1 black for an aura. It gives a creature -2/-2. Funny enough, with the way that Hateful Eidolon is worded, if you kill a creature with a Deadweight while the Hateful Eidolon is out, you will draw a card, which is quite nice. And then finally, we've got 3 Brain Maggot, which is essentially a Thoughtseize. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand, and you choose a non-land card from it. You exile that card until Brain Maggot leaves the battlefield. So yeah, it's pretty good. The reason that I chose this over Thoughtseize is because it is an enchantment as well, and you can protect it with Karametra's Blessing. So if you decide in like removal heavy matchups, you play a Brain Maggot, and your opponent goes to remove it, and you just Karametra's Blessing it, they're probably out of removal, and you probably just have fair run of the whole game. So it's quite nice for stuff like that. Ms. Becca Faye, welcome along. The deck seems really sweet. It is really sweet. So that is the deck. And like I said, I'm not going to be running through a league or anything. I'm just going to be playing through some fun games and just see how we go. Just see how we do. I was playing this a little bit last night. I had a lot of fun with it. It's exactly why I chose to play with it today. But let's get it going. Jump on over to Constructed if Magic Online will let us. Where are we looking? Let's do some tournament practice. And let's jump on into a game. Yeah, this deck seems like a lot of fun. If anybody's unsure about any of the cards or anything like that, by all means, just ask, and I can hover over it. That's why I have the preview screen here. I won the die roll. That suits me down to the ground. Okay, we've got 1 land, and we've got 2 creatures, and we got a bunch of stuff. I'm feeling risky. like the average CMC of this deck, by the way, I worked it out earlier, is about 1.25. So you can play nearly everything. As you can see, we can play everything in the hand here. So I think this is a keep. If we draw one single land, we're gonna take control of the game. So I'm good with this. I'm good with this. I think I'm gonna pay the life, and let's play its favorite hoplite. I'm not a big fan of running out outside of life bounty without something to protect. You know, if they just end up killing that, I know that essentially it leaves it open for this to get killed instead, but at this point it's all fine. Elvish Mystic. Okay, I think I might stick a Griff Spoon first. If we get a land off the top, we're probably going to win this game. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pay the 2 life. I don't believe that they're going to have much removal if they're playing Mana Dorks. So, I'm going to equip this. Whoop. Yes, sirree. This is what we're playing for. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Let's go ham. We don't play decks like this to go soft. Let's go. Oh, 5/5 flyer on turn 2 with first strike. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah, let's get in. Let's get in. This is good. Normally, what normally happens to me is on the first game of every stream, I lose horribly. But I may have just jinxed it. But hey, look. They're going to have something really, really good to deal with this right now. So, if they have a fatal push, I'm going to be very sad. Ronus. Okay, I can deal with a Ronus. I can absolutely deal with a Ronus. They might just be dead before they have a chance. Yep, okay. Now, do we play it safe? Do we play it safe and play the Sram? Let me think. We're not really going to increase our clock by playing the Cartouche. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to play the Alcide, actually. I'm keeping this back in case they end up getting a creature that can make this big enough, or that is big enough to make that attack. So I'm actually just going to play a little bit safe, and I'm going to play out an Alcide, and let's see what they do. This might be a little safe, but I'm very intrigued to see how this goes now. Okay, Llanowar Wastes. Access to 4 mana. What could you have? I don't think there's any set of draws that they can actually have here that can save them. Yeah, like I'm fine with that, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna not block. Thanks very much. Now, let me see. Can we actually... Can we win? Can we win right now? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can win. Play this Plains. Play a Cartouche on here. This should do it. Yeah. This should do it. Go to combat. Attack in the air. Yeah, I think we got it. Because we have the protection from the Alcide if they have a fatal push, so... play this. It's a 10-10 in the air on turn 4, yeah? We good? We G? Let's do it. Nice one. Nice one. Alright, sideboarding. So they're playing big chunkers. Big chunkers, but they don't seem to have many ETBs, so I don't think we need the Hushbringers. They are running black, but it's all their big creatures are green, so I don't think we need the Apostles.
I hate the Hushbringer art.
The Hushbringer art is very creepy. It's very weird. I love the card when I'm using it in my decks, but like it is a bit weird. It's like Lips Tribal. I mean, like they're running mana dorks, so I would bring in Deadweights. They seem to be a little light on removal, but that could have just been that time there. What would I remove? I don't know. I feel like flying is going to be relevant here. Do we just get rid of like one or two Sentinel's Eyes maybe? Well, if they're big creatures, I want to be able to like bash back and forward on the rails, you know what I mean? So maybe not. This is a bit of a predicament. What's our worst creature in this scenario? Worst creature. It might just be Hateful Eidolon. But now that we're bringing in Deadweights, they're just even better. You know what? I'm actually going to consider dropping... Yeah, I think I'm going to drop like 2 Sentinel's Eyes. And one other thing. Probably... I think I'm actually just going to drop 1 Sram. If they're... Well, no, that seems silly. That seems real silly. Yeah, see that was my thinking. That it just seems a little slow for this match. Yeah, you know what? Let's just run one in and see how we do. We'll do it like this. I can actually see potential. I know that we basically just agreed that SRAM is a little slow for this matchup, but I actually think Gideon might not be too bad, because if they're just playing 1 or 2 big threats, you can just turn it off basically. 2 Caves of Koilos is a bit rough, but we've got some really good enchantments and we got a Hateful Eidolon, so we can probably mitigate some of it. Yeah, let's risk it. Let's risk it. We're on the draw. We might get something nice. A Deadweight here would be amazing. No. Okay, so let's get the Hateful Eidolon out anyway. And yeah, off the top, come on. We might get one yet. But it's key to kill this on turn 1. After it, it's just diminishing returns, I feel. So yeah. Well, if we lose this game, there's always game 3 to just rip one off the top. Yeah, there's an old Steel Leaf champion. Oh god. Yep. Okay. Cool. Can we match it in size? That's what I'm thinking. And I think we might be able to. So if I put an Ethereal Armor and a Cartouche on here, this is going to become a 2/3 4/4/5/5. Yeah, I think so. Let's do it. And this isn't that risky either, because Hateful Eidolon will just draw me a bunch of cards, and we've also got a blocker. Oh, it can't be blocked by this, but like, yeah, whatever. So we got 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it'll make it a 5/6. Sweet. Let's do that. No wait. Add white, please. 5/6 first strike lifelinker is pretty nice. They are not running enough interaction. They are not winning this race. Our hand is all protection now, so we just run this 1 creature to victory. I'd be pretty happy with that. I don't like, they have to have removal like now. If they don't have removal now, they won't have removal for the rest of the game, basically, with the amount of protection that we have. So yeah, go to combat. I'm okay with this. Feel like they just want to play like another big creature. That's awkward. We need to be able to go above them now. We could play an Alcide and give it pro, or we can give Karametra's blessing and give it. I think we actually have to take a turn off attacking, which I don't like, but yeah. I'm gonna play out a favorite hoplite because I think we can. I think we could do some gross things with a Karametra's blessing and a favorite hoplite. So, my problem here is that we can't attack in because this Rona says death touch, which is for a change. It's finally actually relevant. So I'm not going to attack here. I'm just gonna pass the turn. If they attack in, we'll be able to deal with it basically. Somehow. Don't know how exactly, but okay, another Elvish Mystic, that's fine. I'm playing another one drop or 2 drop, maybe. These decks, if they're running the Mystics, they have a tendency to not really have many 1 drops. Or not 1 drops, 2 drops. Yeah, they're playing a Heart's Desire, that's fine. They've got a bit of a board presence coming on now. We really need to find something that gives this flying. Like right now would be great. Not quite, but hey. So this is awkward. This is real awkward because we can put all the glitters on something, but it's not really going to do anything here. I think I'm better off holding the. I'll play it an Alcide because that's fine. I can live with that. That's okay. But really need to get something that gives it flying. Really need to get like a Griff Spoon. That's what we need to do. Yeah, I mean we can definitely attack with. Yeah, I don't mind that line actually. I don't mind that line. Yeah. You know what? I won't. It's kind of awkward, but yeah, okay. I will attack with this, and I'll sack this to give this pro green. I know it leaves me open for a turn, but it's not too bad because we have 2 blockers. We're gonna gain a bag of health. Yeah, this might be okay actually. I was considering it, but like we've only got 2, and it involves tapping out. But they're not really running a whole lot of removal. If they run like some fight spells here or something, I'd be kind of sad. But well, they're running black. They're running black. We saw the Blooming Marshes last game, so. Oh, God, I'm kind of glad that we should have attacked the turn before. I should have attacked with the turn before on this. I don't know how we beat Galta. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Heart's Desire. You do the thing. It's on an adventure. Oh, that is Galta's a girl. It's a big girl. We cannot block that. So sure. Rip, I guess. We can actually survive a flunge attack. It's just not gonna go very well. So okay, the potential here is I could. How do we do this? Ronus is actually the problem here. Ronus is legitimately the problem. I think like Baffling Ends in the sideboard might be good for Ronus, but Galta, it's just. So we can double Karametra's Blessing, the Hateful Idol, and that puts it up to a 9/10, which doesn't kill Galta, but we can triple block it to make that happen. But that means we take 5 to. The potential's there, but. What if I give the Eidolon Pro again and then they try and flunge? No, we're going to take way too much from that. Way too much. Yeah, I think we have to hold back, and I think I'm going to have to double double blessing the Eidolon and then triple block and hope they don't have removal. It's unlikely that they have removal, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh god, this is kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Really wanted like if we had a third land here, we probably could have won. Because the all the glitters would have gotten. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, the all the glitters would have been on. Then we would have been able to play another Alseid, and then this turn we would have been able to sack Alseid, give pro green, and just make a massive swing. But
Scott, I don't like how our kitchen looks behind you. I don't like the backdrop.
okay.
I give you new backdrop.
Yeah. So Greyhenge is yeah. This is gonna be bad here.
There.
There's Leanne in the background.
I don't like how our kitchen looks.
She doesn't like the background. I don't mind it because no, I doubt people are looking at this stream specifically for the background. But oh my god, how many love struck beasts have they got? Okay.
How many love struck beaks have they got?
Well, they've played one and they've got two on adventure.
On an adventure.
So, I'm also facing Galta and Ronas and a Steel Leaf Champ.
Oh shit! Son.
If they red zone me, this might be good. So
Okay.
this can be good. We can kill the Galta.
Yeah.
We just lose our board.
Yeah.
But like whatever.
I love her.
Okay. Is there a way in which we don't kill the Galta but still live? No. No.
Matt says no.
Well, we'll live this turn,
Yes.
but we'll die the following turn. So okay, let's move these adventure boys out of the way for a second.
Have you got a board wipe?
Of course I don't have a board wipe.
Well then, no, you die.
No, will you stop? I got this. It's fine. Okay, so okay, I gotta do some maths on this for a second because if we just cast Approach to the second sun twice, it'd be grand. I can potentially trade off with the Steel Leaf, gain 5, lose 12, so I'll lose 7 and go to 8. But then that doesn't really do a whole lot. It does keep us alive. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna take 12. I'm gonna game 5, take 12. See how that does. I mean, the fact that we can gain so much life is kind of ridiculous. We could potentially have settles in the sideboard. I was gonna say if this is a land, this is probably real good, but please no attack. My best out is asking them politely not to attack me. Okay, so I think I just put all that glitters onto the Hateful Eidolon, or do we put it onto Favored Hoplite? Because we prevent all damage, and Death Touch is any damage dealt by this is enough to kill something. So that should actually be. It doesn't do anything though. Is the only thing. Like it doesn't kill this because Ronus has indestructible. I'm just putting it on here. Let's make the Eidolon Mahusive. The fact that it's got first strike is like huge in our favor. So it's a 10-11, which means we can actually kill Galta with a Karametra's Blessing this turn. Let's hope they got no shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I mean, we've got shenanigans. We'll just, we'll just deal with it, It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I find it weird that they did that off the... Oh, yeah, because they're just cast off the Greyhenge. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, they're going to play another one. Yeah. I'm glad we kept the pump spells in. Sometimes you might feel tempted to pull these pump spells out if they're like low on removal because you don't need to protect them, but usually if they're not running much removal, it means they're running lots of creatures, which means that there's going to be a lot of combat mats, so they're good no matter what the matchup. So we will see what they do. I like the no flunge. I really like the no flunge. And a goddamn Griff's Boon is all we needed. I think we win. I think we just win. Yeah. I think we just. No, hold on. Nothing has reach, right? Nothing has reach. No sneaky reach. No sneaky reach. Okay, let's go. Let's go. They've only got one mana open, so I think we got this. Oh, come on. 17 flying first strike hexproof indestructible. That's a hell of a game. Nice. That was sick. That was really sick. That's one game in the tank. Nice one. That was really, really sweet. I love this deck. This is so much fun. I can really get on board with this. You know what? Actually, I can put on a little bit of background chill hop tunes. Sort of keep it a bit chill, you know. I'll make sure to have it nice and quiet. But yeah, this deck is awesome. Have to get back to your job. I get it. All right, let's see who we're going to get next. Hoping not to be seen. Well, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Yeah, this deck is super fun. Also, just while we're waiting on someone there to pop up, this deck, by the way, this deck, here it is, Sram $118. Like, the most expensive thing in the entire deck is the 4 Godless Shrine, and you could 100% build it without that, and the whole deck would be like 70-ish. Let me check. Godless Shrine are 33. So if you were to take that out, it's like $80. Yeah, it's real good. It's real good. Also, what's kind of cool about it is there's a lot of stuff in here that is the majority of the way towards building an actual pauper deck as well, and mono white heroic, which has gotten really good lately because of Karametra's Blessing and Sentinel's Eyes. Basically, you're playing all the heroic creatures like Favorite Hoplite and a Crone Crusader and all those kind of things. Still waiting on someone. That's mad. Yeah, but I mean, like, look at the prices. They're all nothing. They're all super cheap. Abzan midrange, not super great. You can actually probably pull the white and just go green black, and that'd be pretty solid. Nope, still waiting on someone. Yeah, I think what kind of pushed this enough now was Hateful Eidolon is incredibly good because not only now do you essentially technically have 8 virtual copies of SRAM, because this is on cast and this is on anything that's enchanted, so it's sweet. It's really sweet. The Karametra's Blessing and Hateful Eidolon are the two big things for this. The last 2 sets have been huge for this actually, because all the glitters as well was a massive buff. Ooh, our match has started. Let's go. We lost the die roll. I can't believe it. Yeah, let me just get that. There we go. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 2 creatures, 3 lands. We'll likely draw into gas rather than lands. 3 lands isn't the worst. I know we're on the draw, it's a little slow, but we're technically Thoughtseize proof as well because okay, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. We are against Is It in Soul, which is the artifact deck of the format, which I love. I play it in paper. It's my main deck in paper. It is a lot of fun. It's essentially putting super scissors pants on things. You just put in Soul Artifact or play a skilled animator to make an artifact of 5/5, which is pretty good. Okay, we got a Sram. They're kind of low on removal. Like, they've got like 3 shock and the 4 shrapnel blast, sure, but like, you know, come on. I think I would rather play the Alcide here. My main reason behind it is they're unlikely to hit this on its own unless they see something like, you know, Sram or something come down. Then they'll be likely to try and hit it. But if we just try and suit this up and give it lifelink and race, we're probably good. It's a little risky because they can just turn around and like shrapnel blast it before we have a chance to give it protection or hexproof or something, but I think it's the best way to get through this. Like, if this feels like they're playing in Soul. Oh, Emery. Okay. That's okay. I can live with Emery. Put in a Darksteel Citadel and a Hope of Girper, and this says you may cast, so they cannot play the Darksteel Citadel from the graveyard. I'm not sold on Emery being any good, like, at all. That is not what I've been putting into my lists. I'm going to let them swing with that Bowmat Courier. No biggie. No biggie. I do love a good old Seed Rhino myself, Shalou. Has to be said. You gotta appreciate the value. You gotta appreciate the value. Okay, so is this the time? Yeah, it draws you cards. I personally don't feel like it's the kind of thing that deck really wants. Like, Bowmat Courier is probably enough, and if you're not keeping a hand that can win the game with that deck, you're kind of just keeping wrong hands, really. I think it's a good time to play the Sram, because it's going to force them to use removal on it. Otherwise, they can't attack with the Bowmat Courier anymore. Yeah, I think we're actually okay with doing this. Yeah, so I'll ship it on over. I actually have my cards from it here. I'm trying to remember what I use in place of Emery. I don't use Emery myself, like I said, but I have a box of the Pioneer cards here. Let me just see if I can pull up what I run. I know I run 1 Hazaret, because Hazaret is just insane in the deck. Yeah, so here, we're baiting out the removal. That's fine. I think I'm good with blocking here, because it forces them to spend their turn cashing in or just losing all the cards. Yeah, so they obviously think that the 3 cards in their hand are pretty good, so that, if anything, is just a good tell for us that what they have is pretty decent. So we'll have to see. Yeah, they're gonna recast the Courier, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Not that big a deal. Okay, so what do we draw? Not a land. Okay, a Sram. That's pretty good. I could go for some Sramos right now. It means that they're gonna have to either have an Ensoul to put onto the Bowmat Courier or something. I'm okay with shocking this in as well. My life total is pretty high for the turn that we're on. I mean, we're at 15 on turn 3 against Is It in Soul. Like, that's not good for them. That is not good for them. Yeah, let me have a look. I've got the deck here. Cards I run in place. Oh, I run 1 Shadow Spear because it's very, very good for removing indestructible and hexproof from stuff. And it's really, really good in a race. And I run 1 Hazaret, and if you've ever put a Shadow Spear on Hazaret, oh, that's good. What are the other things? Oh, I run PNLR. PNLR is very good. Okay, yes, this is what I was hoping would not happen. But it did. So, rip, I guess. Okay, we're going to have to find a way out of this. And I think the best way out of it is probably over it and with lifelink. So we have to get something with lifelink soon. Or we'll just die to a 5-5. Not really what I want to be doing, but hey. We could make the favorite hoplite like real big, which is absolutely possible, and just have it as a defensive piece. Which now, the more that I think about it, the more I think that's actually possibly the right line. Yeah, like Hope of Girper is kind of awkward, but not the worst. So let's see what we can do. Okay, that's actually very nice. Because we can Griffspoon Sram to protect against the Hope of Girper, and then we can keep slamming stuff on the favorite hoplite. So I'm gonna put this on here first. We're gonna draw some cards. Like this really looks like a very there's some lifelink. That's good. This looks like a very like linear deck, and to a degree it is, absolutely. But it's also got really good game against a lot of things, because like if they're overloading on removal, you're gonna have a bad time. But that aside, am I good with this? Yeah, let's do this. Like worst case scenario, they have like, I don't know, Shrapnel Blast or something. And if they're using a Shrapnel Blast to kill a creature, it means that they're not using it to kill my face. I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to put this on here to give it flying, so I can use it to protect against Hope of Girper. And that's nice, actually. If we survive a turn without them removing something, we are going to draw a lot of cards. Actually, no, I can just do it now, because just play the Caves of Koilos and just play it out. Yeah, let's do it. Now, if they happen to have double Shrapnel Blast, there's nothing we can do about it, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay. Come on, opponent. Show me what you got. Having played the deck long enough, I can say for certainty they could absolutely just have it. But 4, is it a Karn? What's going on? 5? Oh, Stonecoil Serpent. Right. Stonecoil. Cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Now, if they manage to insult that, we're gonna have a bad time. But I think we can get around it. Okay, so we have... Oh my. Okay, so... we can do some good here. So we can put all the glitters on the Hateful Eidolon to spread things out. Okay, how much does this give? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be +5/+5 to anything. And if we put it... You know what? I feel like racing. I think this is risky, but I think it's worth it. Actually, it's not even that risky, because we're just drawing cards off of literally everything we play. So we're just churning through our deck. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking very good. And you know what? I'm gonna just swing in the air with an 8/9 first strike lifelinker. Or no, not in the air, on the ground. That doesn't even matter. Yeah, if we kill a bunch of stuff here in exchange for this, like I'm okay with that. Yeah, that feels like that was a terrible trade for our opponent. I'm gonna cartouche this because there's no reason to hold up the mana. We'll just draw more cards. Yeah, seems fine. And then we play Caves of Koilos, And we play an Alsage. I don't know how the I don't know how the opponent beats this. We have a 12/12 first strike flyer and a 10/11 first strike lifelinker and a 4/3 first strike flyer and a bunch of other randos. Like, how are they beating this? Yeah, they've conceded. That's good. Good. That was sick. Okay. Interestingly enough, Gideon can be pretty good here because they tend to, like, the Ensoul deck tends to have just one main threat. And if you can just go prevent damage from that, that's it's pretty good. So I would consider bringing these in. But I feel like it's also just a race as opposed to taking the control side of it. You know what I mean? So maybe we're just well suited for this match. I don't hate the brain maggots. Because they can get a little more controlling post board. They could bring in, there are some lists that run sideboard, Brazen Borrowers and Bone Crusher Giants. So brain maggots are great. Look at the gross earworm. Deadweight doesn't feel good enough. You know what? Did we just run it back? Did we just actually run it back? Yep, you know what? I think we just run it back. I think I'm just happy with everything in the deck. Tonatsu _ Okay. Well, we're a little low on pumps. We do have the best pump. Well, one of the best pumps. You know what? Let's risk it. Because we have the Hateful Eidolon, which is nice. Okay, they're up to shenanigans with Gingerbrute. If they Ensoul this might be awkward because it'll basically be unblockable. But we will just have to race with the Hateful Eidolon. So we'll see how it goes. We should win that race. Theoretically, we should win that race. I'm gonna have to shock this in because I do want to play this on turn 1. And then just pass. Yeah. The fact that 8 of our creatures have lifelink built in means that we're just like ridiculously good at racing when we want to. Really need to get a few more pump spells going here. This feels a bit risky. If they don't kill the Hateful Eidolon now, and they just do something like Ensoul or something, I'm kind of okay with that because, yeah, like I'm kind of alright with it. Like I know we're going to 12 now, but I'm gonna put all the glitters onto this, and that's going to be it's gonna be 3 power lifelinkers. So like it's gonna take them a while to whittle us down. And we're only going to get better from this point on. This is now their main attacking force, so like I'm kind of okay with this. Yeah, I think it's worth the risk. Like if they have a Shrapnel Blast, sure, I'll take you losing the Gingerbrute for that. And over to you. I'm loving this card. Absolutely loving Hateful Eidolon. It is so cool. It's very, very good. Okay. Another Gingerbrute, sure. I don't think that changes the clock, but now what can be awkward is they can hold back this Gingerbrute and before damage they can sack it to gain life, which means that it prevents us from getting anything. But if we just find a way to give this, like, I don't know, flying or something, or just make it friggin' Mahusive, that's fine too. Whoop. Slap it on. Let's go. As far as I know, I don't think you can sacrifice Hope of Girapur if you haven't dealt damage, because of the way it's worded, I think. Until your next turn, target player who was dealt combat damage will cast. Yeah, so you can't choose targets because there are no valid targets. So I'm taking all the damage here, and I'm fine with that. -6 down. Yeah, because they can't even double shrapnel blast me, so they'd have to have. Yeah, I don't think there's a way around it for them to kill me here. 4. Is this a whirler rogue? If it's a whirler rogue, that's kind of awkward. Oh, hangerback walker. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. Yeah, that's kind of gross. Let's go. And let's just play out a blocker or two. I'll play out one blocker and I'll have protection for whatever reason. Actually, no, there's no need. There's no need. I can just play out the other hoplite. I'm just going back over my initial life total. Like, sure, like this can't be beaten. Like, they cannot erase this. There's no way they can erase this. I'm at 23. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay life on this because I don't need to. I'll leave the protection up in case there's something ridiculous that I'm not thinking of right now. Like Brazen Borrower, actually. Yeah, Petty Theft would really blow me out here. But we can protect against that. So I'm okay with this. So they had a land, and this is the last card in their hand now. Could be Whirler Rogue. Skilled Animator. Skilled Animator is pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough. Yeah. I can put it on a flyer, that's okay. They're still not winning this race, so. Yep. I think at some point they're going to have to utilize that Ginger Brute block and then before damage sack it to gain life. To prevent me gaining life, but. Like, I'm okay with this attack. Like, even if they sack Europer here, I'm like, cool. Here's a massive beatdown. Like, it doesn't really matter. The way Hateful Eidolon's worded is fantastic, in my opinion. It's absolutely fantastic because if it dies now, I will draw 3 cards. So end step, yeah, that's all good. That's all go. Oh my god, really? Wow. Okay, cool. I feel like I don't need to add more to this Hateful Eidolon, but the additional life gain will be sweet. What happens if I put all the glitters onto the hoplite? It'll get a counter, and then it'll get +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. So it'll be. I couldn't block with the Eidolon because they had 3 flyers, and they made Ginger Brute unblockable except by creatures with haste. Is there a point to doing that? Yes, there is actually. There is a point to doing this because. Let me think. Yes, because this forces some interesting blockery do's. So now I have 2 lethal attackers, which means that they have to block with both. And yeah, I would give one of them Pro Blue, but then they'll just block it with the Ginger Brute and then vice versa. So yeah, they knew it was game over. That was sick. That was sick. Isn't it all one of the best decks at the moment? Maybe not at the highest tables, but like in general, just like incredibly powerful game against a lot of decks because it's got disruption in the form of like Stubborn Denial. And then just a massively fast clock. This is the first hand that I actually properly hate. We're not getting anywhere with this. We have to hope that we just draw gas. So otherwise we're just a bit of a crap load of the ground draft deck. So yeah, the mull from me, dog. Oh no. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they just quit it. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Let's join you. Solia. I am loving this deck. I'm hating this hand. Oh, this is a fast mull. Very fast mull. Yep. Mulligan. We've one creature, which is not the greatest. I think we're going to have to keep it. And I'll pitch a Caves because we can play the entire deck on 2 lands. So I'm good with that. If they thought seize me here, I'm going to be real sad. Oh, Spirits. Okay. Okay, I think we've got potential here. We have to be very careful for, what's it called? Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower will wreck us. I should have, in theory, played the planes that we drew there instead to not let them know that we actually have access to black just yet. I know that's a very fringe thing, but there's potential. There's potential for them to take advantage of the additional information that we gave them. Okay. So they're just playing a main phase Spectral Sailor. It's a bit weird, but I suppose, yeah, it'll give you an extra 2 power here. But yeah. Yeah, swing on in if you like. Okay, so it's a bit risky piling a lot onto the outside here because, well, it can just get Brazen Borrowered. But from next turn, we're going to have Spell Queller to have to deal with, and I'm not okay with that. So I think this is no good right now, but it will go into the bin and we can cast it from there. So that minimizes blowout if we actually put it on now. And in order to help us get maximum benefit, I think we do this now so that we at least have a creature left over if they do happen to Brazen Borrower this. So I think this is the best line to go with here, but feel free to debate that by all means. Let's go. First strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. I will win this race. This is such a Brazen Borrower target right now. It's just gonna get petty thefted super hard. Okay, okay. What I'm hoping they do here is, yeah, they swing in, that's fine. This feels like they have Spell Queller, but I'm not sure. What do we draw? None of the Sentinel's Eyes is fine. So, okay, let's play the Caves of Quellos. Let's go with... Do we go with Ethereal Armor? I think we do. I'm gonna go with Ethereal Armor on the Warrior token, which seems like risky, but if they have something, they're gonna like, there's no way they've nothing to play here. They either have Brazen Borrower or they have Spell Queller. There's 4 of each in the deck, so I feel like it's gonna be hard to get blown out by this. I think the best thing... okay, so there is one way we can get blown out by this, is if... Actually, no, it's okay. It's not too bad. I think we just attack. Am I frozen? Bear with me. Bear with me a second. Let me know if that's changed at all now. Apparently I've been frozen on screen. Is the rest of the stream working okay?
Like, everything around the. Like, I don't think I can hear you. I'm not sure. Like, I can go into chat. Could just be for me. I don't know.
If anyone else is seeing any issues with camera or anything like that, or voice, let me know, I guess. Why did they flash that in now? That's
Can you
weird.
see me right, is stream frozen?
Yeah, I can see you writing. All right, yeah.
What was the last comment above mine?
Tom and John saying, "Oh wait, I'm done."
Okay, that's still in for me too. I'm just gonna refresh now.
I think Spills is having some problems with stream. Usually chat's pretty good at letting me know if anything's up. Is anything up, yo? Ah, Doc Lobster, you're here. Good to see you, bud.
Okay, yeah, it's my problem.
No, it's just her. This feels like they have not had the greatest draw in the entire universe, and they're paying for it. Like, if they don't play a land here, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. No Coco for them. And that is a fantastic draw, because now if anything dies, I get compensated. Gotta love it. You gonna spell color that? Oh, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Yep, that's a hilarious spell color target. So anyway, where am I putting this? I think I'm putting this on Alsaid. You know what? I'm probably just gonna have to take the risky line here. Or am I? No, you know what? If I do this, this is an unbelievable amount of yeah, like there's no way that they're gonna be okay with this. Like, I'm gaining 8 this turn, and they have to chump. This deck is great. I love it. I love it. I realized I have nearly all the cards in paper as well. I just have to get some of the Orzhov lands and Sram, and like I have the deck, which is sweet. So they're on 9 and I'm on 29. They could definitely have had better draws for sure, but like this deck is like gross. So I do have to fear Coco here. I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Like, if I find a way to give this pro anything right now, I'm gonna have a good time. I think I've just gotta make him have it. Just gotta make him have it. Yep, here comes Coco. Yep, that is fine by me. The way I can get blown out here, I think, is if they get 2 lords. I think is the worst thing that can happen here. But even then, I don't think that's that bad, because we'll lose like Nebelgast Herald doesn't actually do anything because we're already attacking. They should have actually Coco'd before combat, because these are going to get tapped down now, but that doesn't do anything. They're still attacking, so yeah, they're gonna have to like trade their whole board in order to kill the Alsaid, which I'm very okay with. I'm very okay with that. Like, the Wanderer's gonna get reasonably big here, so maybe. Hey, Trickster DeVille, welcome along. Thank you for the support. All right. Take this kick from my pants. Go. They're not considering to do multiple trade-offs. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I think it's just a good idea to get some extra stuff out while I have the chance. And Yeah, you know what? I'm setting up this. I'm setting up this favorite hoplite for later. It's not a particularly good attacker right now, but because there are much bigger, more pressing problems on the board now, they kind of have to deal with like everything. So, is this the counter to inverter? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just playing it because it's fun and it's real cheap. Like I said, if you take the Godless Shrines out of the deck, it's like $80. If you keep them in, it's like 110, 120 thereabouts. That's MTG Goldfish prices, so they are slightly inflated compared to usual. Like they normally sort of highball the prices a little bit. So okay, Mausoleum Wanderer, that's fine. A good draw for them here obviously would be Coco, but Coco before combat, because that way you'll get Nibelgas Herald triggering to tap down stuff, which would be important. Okay, looks like we're just forcing them. What do I think of the new PTs? I like them because they seem fun. They seem interesting. The way that Pioneer has come out, however, I quite like, to be honest. I quite like the way Pioneer is as starting to shape up. It is kind of, this is the thing. I think everybody's just used to knee-jerk reactions of decks performing well. Is kind of my thoughts on the matter at the moment. That it feels like everyone's just very much super concerned and like, oh god, like what happens if this becomes like too good, and oh it put up a good result for this weekend, so we should ban it. No, just not yet, maybe, but not yet. I think like people just need to give it a little bit of time. Like I understood when it was like Hogak and stuff, where people were like, oh Christ, Hogak, oh gee, oh god, it's the worst. Now they banned stuff out of it and it's still dominated. That was a dead giveaway. That like it should have just been whopped like on the nose the second that anyone saw anything. But like we weren't to know until, you know. So like it's, I think everybody just needs to like give it a couple of weeks, because like I said, a couple of friends were talking about this recently, like earlier on, today actually, we're talking about it, and oh, I could have won there. I could have won the game there. Oh, rip. Could I have? Yes, I could have. No, I couldn't. I thought I could sacrifice outside to give this pro blue, but that wouldn't do it because that would leave just 2 ores on the battlefield. But oh well, no, I could have played the Sentinel thing from the grave. I could have won last turn. God damn. Oh well. Welcome along. Good to have you here. Accents? Yes. Accents. Okay, so here is how this is gonna go. I'm gonna pay white. Also, Spills is here.
We have accents.
We both have accents. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing in, and if they Coco, I'm gonna give this pro blue. And that should win me the game. Oh, they're gonna rattle chains. Okay, so I've got an idea.
Pajamas.
Give this pro blue. You adore us both?
Sorry, could you see?
Excuse me, I adore you. Thank you. You're fantastic. Pro blue. Pro blue. Okay.
Hello, everyone. You're all lovely.
Oh my god, I think I'm in love with this deck. I think I'm in love with this deck. I think I love this so much. Oh yeah, right. Make the cards bigger.
Would you like more tea?
I would love more tea. Thank you. You're fantastic. Everybody's so great. Oh geez, Trickster. You've written an essay.
Yeah, I was like,
Hold on, let me see.
I have to do a
Somebody
read.
said the other day, when wizards make the set of cards, they don't consider things that might get banned, and they work years in advance. So internally, there was a standard environment where Simic had over and all the bomb cards and they get banned. They said, nah, ship it. I mean, yeah, like, kinda. I mean, yeah, like I considering how close the Uro and Oko were together, that they obviously tried them together and went, that's fine. Like, what? What? Oh, hey Nate, how's it going, bud? Welcome along.
Look at our lovely nerdy friends.
Look at all of our wonderful friends. Welcome along. Sorry, there are times when I'm just talking and I can sound incredibly sarcastic. Not just housemate. This is my wonderful partner, Leanne.
Who's asking who I am?
Whomst you will find on Twitter under Spills Hinge or Spills Forever.
Spills Hinge.
Spills Hinge.
I'm
with all the rainbow hearts and stuff.
I'm colourful.
Yeah. Okay, so this one I like. Nate's just here for Leanne. Yeah, that's story of my life. Story of my life. Oh, don't worry about it, Trickster. Don't worry about it. Like I cause myself more punts and problems than anyone else does, so I wouldn't worry about it. I like the brain maggots here. I never really thought much about them before. However, seeing them being used on Versus Live and Ross Merriam's sort of argument for them, the fact that it's Spirits is a very flash oriented deck, like instant speed deck, and to know what your opponent even has in hand, even the information alone is enough to put them off kilter, because you know what to play around. So I'm pretty good with that. Hushbringer's pretty decent too, I'm not gonna lie. Also, it's another flyer, so that's pretty good. Gets you fries when you're needed. Excuse me, Nate, they're not fries, they're chips. Please. We actually have chips and fries here in Ireland. Like, if you go to McDonald's or wherever, or Burger King, or we have Eddie Rockets here, which is basically like American diner kind of thing, you'd get fries. You get fries. They're skinnier, kind of like shoestringy kind of things. But chips here are like chunky fuckers, like absolute.
There was a potato involved.
Yeah. They definitely derived from the one potato, you know. They are in fact the definition of chunky. Okay, so I'm gonna take Euphemia out of here. I knew it. I knew you would do that. I knew you would do that, Nate. We did have this conversation in person. You jerk. Yeah, he's just this deck is so good. This deck is so good. I don't even know what to take out because all the cards are great. I feel like Sram is not the greatest here, but I don't know. Griff Spoon is real good. I'm gonna get rid of 2 Sentinel's Eyes. Like 1 Hateful Eidolon, 1 Sram. I don't know. I'm just sort of trimming a little. I'm gonna cut 1 more Sram. Sram does feel a little slow, and yeah, like as a creature he's actually a bit crap. But you'll actually find that there is little to no graveyard hate in this. Just FYI. We kind of just, my opinion is just like, you know what? If you want to do the graveyard, you go and do it. You do your thing. We're gonna do our own thing. Anyway, here's a 17/17 Flying Vigilance, Indestructible, Lifelink, Haste. Whatever, it's fine. This is awful, especially on the draw. It's 1 creature, but it's a keeper. It's a keepcher? It's just, you play a bit of Modern, right? I know you play like lots of Vintage and stuff. But you play a bit of Modern. Like I assume you were upset over the banning of looting. I'm still salty about it, FYI. Very, very salty about it. Absolutely. You know what? I'm feeling absolutely risky, and I'm just gonna bottom this Plains because I'm a literal insane person. I was so distraught. I'd finally decided to buy into a modern deck, and I went, I'm playing Phoenix. Screw it. I'm going to play Phoenix. And I got the whole thing, the whole shebang, everything. Did it up, the whole 9 yards. And then I was like, this is the greatest deck I've ever played. I enjoy it so much. It's so much fun. It is just tier 1 tempo. And look at that, never didn't have it. I'm so happy right now. And look what they did. They massacred my boy. Absolutely ruined it.
They neutered him.
They neutered my birds. They neutered my flying fucks. They were my flying fucks. But the Arclight Phoenix were my flying fucks, and I used to give them to everybody. But now I've Merchant of the Veil, so I'm clearly not playing Phoenix. But yeah, so very, very sad over that still. Very salty still over that. Gotta be sad. Gotta be sad. No white here is kind of nice. I like that. I like no white. Supreme Phantom. I mean, it's okay. Okay, I think Ethereal Armor here is actually just real good, because that'll make it a 3/3. And I can hold up protection. Yeah, this feels good. Womp.
Tea for who?
Ooh, thank you for the tea. Anyway, let's be down. It's not like anyone will ever play Modern again. I mean, this is the thing. I'm playing Mono Red Prowess in Modern now, and Gift Storm and Twiddle Storm. They're the decks that I'm playing in Modern now. I'm not playing Modern that much anymore because Pioneer is
Great.
awesome. It's so good. It's so fun. But like, I don't know. It's just not the same. It's not the same.
What we saying?
What are we saying?
I say what we saying.
Talking about Modern and stupid Modern. Stupid Modern being stupid. Why you being like that? Why you gotta be like this? I feel like the fact that I can hold up this for 2 turns running is gross. It's not great, it's gross. I mean, it is great, but it's also very gross. You just play a little thing called Magic Arena. Buddy, let me tell you, I was playing Arena last night, and I was playing mono white. It was white meanie. I was playing white meanie, and I went 7-2 in a standard event. Like people aren't running removal. No one's running removal. I don't know why, but no one's running removal. I don't understand. I feel like Griff Spoon is best here, possibly. I feel like we're just gonna get a Spell Collar going on here. And if it's Spell Collar, that's fine by me. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. What you got? What you got? What you got? Oh, are they changing their mind? I don't think it's in a sad place. I just think it's kind of funny. I'm so okay with them taking a Griff Spoon. Like, I'm A-okay with this. I feel like the best thing to do right now... Hold on, what do I... Okay, to be fair, power level has gone up through the roof. So like playing Jank is basically pointless. Like there's Jank and stuff still. Actually, funnily enough, like Modern is in an okay spot for Jank, strangely, which is real weird. You know what? I just want to go to combat. Standard is fun. It is just a bit too strong. I completely agree. I want you to block this. I want you to block this. Go on, do it. I dare you. No? Okay. I'm actually okay with this too, because it means I get damage in and I can hold up protection, so if they decide to try and bounce it. This actually just benefits me immensely here. So I would like it if they just calmed down standard just a tad. Just a little bit. So you can play fun stuff like that, you know? Play all the Jank you want, just make a ley line. Yeah. Okay, so I like this because I've now blown out their removals. So yes, this is good. I'd like to respond now, please. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway, good morning, Siggy Stardust. That's an interesting spelling. That's cool. Welcome. You made the top 1,000 for like 4 months now. That's sick. Sweet. I was halfway through saying sweet and sick, and it was swick. Oh, that's a new word now. Swick. Yeah, that's swick, dog. That's swick, Nate. Jeez, Siggy Stardust with the cerebral questions here. Define jank. Oh god. How do you define jank? Oh, this is gross. Yes. Let's get this on. Get the pants on. Put the pants on. Let's go to town. Taste life's bounty. Okay. Would you like to block with your pointless deputy? Yes, you would. More of a personal thing. Jack was not net attacking. Some people look at his actively back cards. It really depends. Like, generally speaking, jank is like, you know, I know this strat isn't tier 1, but it's a strat that I like, so therefore I'm going to try and do it. Like horse tribal, or, you know, Boros control, like some sort of like insane person, you know. Okay. Come on, what you gonna do, opponent? What you gonna do? You gonna try and get rid of this again? Oh! They're gonna cry. They're gonna cry their little heart out. Oh, oh boy. Our poor little opponent. Sadness. Sadness on the stack. Does sadness resolve? Or do they concede before it happens? No. Sadness resolves. That's okay. Boros control! Nate, by the way, is the psychopath that thought Boros control would be okay. To be fair, he actually took it very well. He took the deck and ran pretty well with it. You were doing Grixis discard and Diamond because you can play shit like that once you get to Mythic and just see how strong the cards are. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair. Okay, what we got? What we got? Something good. No, I said something good. This will give it +1, +2, +3. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Screw it. I'll have a token left over to win the race if they take care of this. So it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I am so hard all on this Alcide. Like, if this Alcide gets taken care of, I'm just game over. It's just game over. Come on, no Brazen Borrower. One time. One time. Deputies are sick though. I completely forgot the deputies were a card. Simic Ramp is the exact opposite way you like to play it. Yeah, like Simic Ramp is, to be honest, like a lot of people, I don't know why this is, right? A lot of people seem to think that, like, you know, like control or combo or ramp or whatever, or aggro or whatever are like, or bad for the format, or like they're unhealthy or whatever. To be honest, the only one that I think is genuinely, legitimately not very healthy is ramp, because like, especially the way it is now, ramp can actually just beat aggro because it'll just do whatever. You know, it'll just do its own thing, and like it'll gain some life and play a load of lands and just go crazy, play some Ugins or Hydroid Crisis and just pull right back into the game and all sorts, which is silly. But okay, so they have to play something now in order to make this go away. Because if this resolves, they're gonna have a very bad time. Yeah, so I feel like they got a Coco, but yeah, it's did I call them on it? Yeah, I did. If they get a deputy here, I'll be sad, but it'll be unlikely. The did get a Naval Gas Herald, which is good. But yeah, the if combo is good, that doesn't mean the format's unhealthy or ridiculous or whatever. It's just, it is what it is. It's fine. You know, if mid-range is good, that's fine too. If control is good, that's also fine. If aggro is good, that's also fine too. Like, none of these are bad, but I've always found that ramp just tends to have a problematic effect on like nearly every format it ends up being good in. That's just me personally. Like, I know that some other players will turn around and be like, no, you're completely wrong here, buddy. But like, you know, yeah, I've always just found problems with ramp strategies. You know, like control just can't keep it in check. It goes way over mid range. Generally speaking, combo and aggro are the ways to beat it. But then when combo's prevalent, people are like, oh, the format's busted in half, and like, it's not really. Like, combo's actually pretty easy to hate on. It's just good combo players can play around the hate. But you know, it like, one of the things that I hate hearing, I absolutely hate hearing, is people when they say like good fair magic. It's like, hang on a second, I just need to give this pro blue. When they say something like good fair magic, and like as if implying that the only way to have good magic is that it is fair, which is not true at all. You know, like or good interactive magic. You know, like you can play busted stuff and have a great time. You can play in non-interactive magic and really enjoy yourself. I personally like combos because it's like a little puzzle. You get to just sort of work it out. It's a different thing, and you can feel. You can play like control to do like, you know, oh, I'm cerebral, big brain, thinking 4 steps ahead kind of thing. And like, if that's what you like, that's cool, you know. No need to be hating on stuff, you know. Let people do their things. Don't tell me you got another one. If you got another one, I'm going to be very sad. Come on, don't do it. 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 I missed a couple of steps, sorry. 0 interactive spells, there's so much value, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it gets like that. Ramp's fine, except band ramp does people have faced Ram Ors yesterday in a pod. Winner box, you got crushed. It's fun. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Like, this is a protection spell, and it's just winning me the game. Like, I'm just having loads of fun here. I feel like I don't want to play that Grip Spoon, but I also kind of do. If I play it on that, it means that they definitely... You know what? I'm going to put it on this, because this is fine. When you need gas and only get ramp, you're dead. This is true, but it... Because of the way that the ramp cards are now, that like our Boreal Graze are so good, and we could get blown out by a thing here, but I don't think they have much. Yeah, I think we're kind of good. But yeah, they have like the growth spirals, the arboreal grazers, the Uros, the everything. There's just so much of it that it's so consistently insane, to be honest. It's ridiculous. But yeah, love your deck on Pioneer. Been on it since War dropped, then upgraded it to Pioneer. What is your deck, Siggy? You play Growth Spiral or Cavalier, Nissa, Crisis. That's it. That's the game. Yeah, like yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, for me, just before War of the Spark. So like, oh, that's not too bad actually. That's not too bad. Could tap that down, get some damage in. You still can't really attack with everything, but it's okay. I'm still mitigating like all of the damage for their entire team, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, to me the most fun standard in a very, very long time was, well, I currently find it very, very fun, but I haven't been playing on the ladder, so I haven't played it against a lot of the Simic Ramp and stuff. And Jessica Fires in the more casual lists and stuff seems to have just fallen off the map. So, but what I really, really used to enjoy was just before War of the Spark. Ravnica Allegiance standard was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love that standard. It was so much fun. That was obviously the one where Esper Hero was like the dominant deck, and I played Gates and and won the store championship with it. Because why not? It's friggin' Gates, yo. Okay, I'm gonna play this out because I've no reason not to. 4, 8. Are they thinking that they can take this out? Possibly. Is there a way that they can do that? 4, 7, 9. Nope. Cool. Barrel on in. Boros Prowess with 2 copies of Feather. Oh yeah, sweet. Sweet. So it's kind of like a weird like halfway between this and oh, why did they block with the Spell Queller? That was not smart. Because now I get to draw a card off Sram. Because I'm casting this. I can cast this without paying its mana cost. And I'll put it on Sram. That was not clever. But hey, it's all good. It's all good, opponent. I'm just at 41. you do you, bro. I won't play it. I've no need to play that. Let's hope they don't draw something good this time. Old opponent. There's a lot of Team of Wreck and Simic Ramp, which are pretty boring, but it's not too bad. You like playing against controller aggro more. I agree. I suppose Conqueror's death is real for blue eye control. I've been playing I've been brewing. I haven't had the rare wild cards for it yet, but I've been brewing it's a really cool like Orzhov enchantment control deck. I've been really enjoying Orzhov lately. It's been really fun. Secretly excited for your league to end so you could play Elspeths. Try to guess my color identity. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Maybe, hopefully. Actually, I've probably given it away based on things I've said already, but we'll see.
They can guess yours, then they can guess mine.
You can also try and guess Leon's, yeah.
I have a very strong color identity.
Oh, is this a Rattle Chains? No. It is another Naval Gas Herald. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's enough to contend with my Alcide now. It's not great. Not amazing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, they're tapping down 2 creatures. That's fine. That's fine. Come on. Stop drawing land. Some of these lists run 20 lands. And I'm like, your average CMC is under 1.3. Like, run 18. Run 18 goddamn lands. Yeah. Color identity's been the same the whole time. Yeah. I mean, yep. It's been if anything, I'm consistent. If anything, that's for sure. That's for sure. Play the same colors in like all formats. Just realized now would be really effective against Simic Ramp. Ral combo. Don't build my hopes up like that, Nate. Don't build them up like that. No, I'm 100% gonna try that. I'm 100% gonna try that. It's now gonna be better because we have Storm's Wrath. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Our opponent doesn't or can't have any tricks here because they have no cards on hand. So everything they have is on the board. So I need to get an Alcide off the top. If I get an Alcide off the top, I can give this Pro Blue and just win the game on the spot. And that'd be sick. They won't interact. Yeah, post board they'll have mystical disputes, and I'll just side in 4 mystical disputes. Be fine. Be fine. Look at them, thinking they're safe. I don't understand what they're doing. Oh no, I do. Yeah, because they can't beat the first strike. Yeah, my mistake. You can play Teamer and get Ral down in turn 3 combo, turn 4. Yeah. Yeah, you could. Yep, that's for sure. You could technically, if you build your deck all weird and wonky, you could do it on turn 4, I think. You could turn 1 Arboreal Grazer, turn 2 Growth Spiral, turn 3 Wilderness Reclamation, and then go off. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is I want to Cartouche. Oh, board out the Ral combo for sure. Yeah, it's like what Team Erect does at the moment. They just board out. That is an insane draw. They just board out. What's it called? The Wilderness Reclamation and some of the pieces for the combo, and just put in some of the Flash Wolves, and I'm just like, yep, let's go, let's do it. Which I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I think it is a net gain for me to attack with Sram here as well. Actually, it's a net gain to attack with all, I believe. Because the Griff Spoon will go to the bin, which I can then get back, but it means I draw another card. You know what? Let's just let's make sure that they can't block up and bully up on stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, if they want to think that they're going to get a free block there with that by blocking this warrior, I'm okay with this. Yep, because I'll still draw a card off it, so I'm fine with that. Yep, allow the damage. Then I draw a card for it, and Brain Maggot. Well, that's actually literally unusable here, but hey, it's all good. I would like to pay 2 life. Actually, I didn't need to because I was just going to hold on to it. Never mind. That was a mistake, but I hardly think it's going to matter at this point. Sorry, I missed 1 or 2 points there. Hedging your bets yesterday by playing mainboard Hay versus Breach Lotus paid off in a big way. Nice. Do you like where you are, Siggy? Is there like a big LGS, or is there like, are there large tournaments? Because generally speaking, here, like in Ireland, we're quite small. Like the biggest turnout we would get on average here would be 30-ish. Like I think the biggest that I've seen, like in a non-nationals situation, was like 36 people showing up for a modern event. Like it's really not huge here. As in, like the community is fairly tight and it's fairly large, all things considered, but not huge, not very big, but yeah, 2 LDS in town, then 3 more within 30 minutes. That's sick. That's pretty cool. Sorry, Nate, I'm telling you, I missed the thing. I've been testing some Is It Tempo 2, which is fun, nice, sick. I wanna see some years of Tempo. Going for Azorius Flyers today with the new Curious Obsession. Yeah, that seems sick. What do I do outside of tabletop games? Sleep. Nah. I think. What are some things I do? I play games. I play a few things. I finished Mass Effect 2 there for the first time ever. The other day, and that was fun. You know what? If you want to kill Sram, you can go right ahead and block him, and I'll just draw 2 cards, and that is fine too. Because I'm still gonna get, like, it's technically card advantage because with Grip Spoon as well. Like I'm okay with this. Yesterday was an unlimited 8-man win a box. I won a 3 out of 4 pods. We're running hate. Sick. Yeah, like here, like nobody's playing Lotus Breach, like at all. Everyone's like, I'm not buying into that. I'm not an idiot. So, okay, I'm gonna put this back on here because this seems smart, right? Let's do it. It doesn't count as casting it, but now if Hateful Eidolon dies, I also get to draw a card, so that's kind of sick. 7 LGS within 45 minutes of your house, Nate. You sicko! What? We've like 4 in the whole country. No, that's not true. There's an LGS in Wicklow. There's an LGS in Wicklow. Selfless Spirit's actually a decent draw here if the Alcide wasn't so fuck huge. Like it's so big. Like if this was a little bit smaller, they could absolutely like multiple block on this and then sack Self Spirit to make it small indestructible, but yeah. Best part of the day was back-to-back turn 3, turn 4 kills versus the angle shooter. I love hating on the angle shooters. Love hating on them. Oh gee, Boone. Let's just Boone up Sram, I guess. Why not? Hey, another aura. What are the chances? Let's put it on you again. let's just draw like 4,000 cards. You know what? This is gonna seem real weird, right? This is gonna seem real weird, but I'm actually gonna play this Sram, I think. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attack first. I'm gonna attack first with these two chonkers. I don't know how they're not like conceding yet. But so if they want to gang up on this Sram, they absolutely can, because I'm just gonna play another one. This one's gonna die. I'm gonna draw 4 cards, and then I'm gonna get to bring these 2 great grip spins back next turn. This feels like a pretty good matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I think my opponent forgot about first strike, and now they're just losing their 2 Nibelgas Heralds for no reason. Oh, it's not for no reason, because the indestructible. Aha, Unagi. They're not going to be very happy about the fact that I'm drawing 4 cards off it, though. So new full grip of cards. It's all good. The Hushbringer, I think, is just going to actually close up the game here, because I don't think they can beat that. And then a Sram, and hold up Karametra's Blessing for whatever insane reason that they might have something that might be of use. And yeah, I think that's it then. Hushbringer is amazing when it's got protection. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like here, they've no out. They have no out. Like if they Brazen Borrower, I'll just Karametra's Blessing. If they have Coco, they can't do anything for ETBs or anything. They can't tap these things. They're drawing loads of their cards from their deck to see what they could have gotten, and it obviously was nothing. That was sick. What was the life total I ended up on there? It was like 70 or something. That was gross and fantastic. Okay, so I am good to play like maybe 2 more games, because that was game 3, I believe. Was it? The first one was against Green Stampy. Second one was against something. Siggy Stardust, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Jank Tank. What we got? We got 2 favorite hoplites. Hateful Eidolon. This is looking pretty good. I could do with a few more enchantments, but I mean the deck is like 30 enchantments or something, or 30 auras. Oh, and it's a Simic deck. We're probably gonna do pretty well. This seems to have pretty decent game against decks that run not a whole lot of removal. So, and it all that glitters. Oh baby, yes, yes please. Okay, let's get. You know what? Let's get the favorite hoplite out first, because I don't fear removal right now. So, mulligan to 4, just London it. Yeah, the fact that this deck has essentially 8 copies of Ethereal Armor between all the glitters and Ethereal Armor is gross. And I know that Mox Opal was banned in Modern, and you know all the things are bad now. And wait, what? Permeating Mass? Really? How much damage to a creature that becomes a copy of Permeating Mass? Okay, sure. I guess. So I guess I'm just setting up this turn. It's a weird card I wasn't expecting, but that's fine. And then next turn, hopefully we can get out Sentinel's Eyes and all the glitters, and we will just be wrecking shop all over again. Yeah, I got put off by this Permeating Mass. It's real weird. Like, why? I don't know. Like, is this... Okay, well, I have black, so... I have something, right? pop this on and just see what happens. They're holding up something. There's no way they don't have something here. I feel like that was a terrible counter target, but okie dokie. They also just milled another grip spoon. Like I'm fine with this. Yeah, I'm gonna put an outside out, I think. This kind of forces them to answer a lot of stuff like now while I'm tapped out. And I don't feel like they're gonna have much of a way of doing that. Because if I untap, I'll probably get to enchant something. And if they try to kill something in response, I'll be able to give it protection. Like they're really in a situation where they have to have answers like right now. Like right now. That's kind of nice. I can slap that onto here. Let's see what they do. I should have led with the Sentinel's Eyes actually, but we'll. However, oh no, they just concede. That's fine. That's fine. I kind of like Brain Maggot here. If they're gonna have counters and stuff, so gave this much power to channel peasants. Well, look, I mean, like I know a lot of people remove the what do you call it? The channel points and stuff, but like, I mean, like I appreciate all the support that I get. You know, if someone can't afford to subscribe or something, like, you know, you're watching, you're getting rewarded for it. Like you may as well have the benefit of being able to highlight some messages. I know that was probably a much more serious response than you were probably expecting, but I can't understand like joking on the internet. I just simply don't get it. I feel like the Gideons might be good for grinding out here, maybe. I feel like this might be a bit of a grindy game. Euphemia is good for grindy games as well. What do I want to take out? There's probably the window over there. Yeah, it's low cost. I didn't set it. It's just set at default. But like, you know, like why set it real high just to have a message look nice? Like, it just seems silly to me, I think. Let's see what we got. Okay, so Grip Spoon and Sentinel's Eyes are the best auras against removal. Garmesh Blessing, obviously great. I think the weaker ones, I think it might actually just be like one or two Aldic Glitters. You know what? I'm actually taking out the Gideons. They're not necessary. Everything is real good. Yeah, I think it's actually just a couple of Aldic Glitters. And maybe like one Sram? I know Sram are good in like grindy matchups or whatever, but like is fine. Oh, they've just conceded. Well, good, because we had a terrible hand. So, okay, yeah, I've got time to squeeze in one more for sure. One more for sure. I know that felt like a bit of a weaker one, but if this one is reasonably quick, then I'll be able to squeeze another one in on top. But if this goes long, like the spirits one, we won the die roll. I love to hear that. You know what? We don't have black, but the rest of our hand is pretty good, so I'm gonna risk it. We've got 12 black sources out of our 18 lands, and we've won here, so yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's slap an outside out. And I'll say go. I'm funny, goddammit. Okay. Ether Hub. Ooh. Is this like budget Niv? Is this budget Niv? You know what? I feel like this is the better thing to prevent me getting blown out now. Because this at least gives me another creature to attack with. To put stuff onto. Unless our opponent improves their board situation here. I think I'm kind of okay with just keeping the Alseid where it is, and their mana base is shaky right now, so I'm kind of okay with this too. Unless they play... Oh, is this just... What's it called? Is this just Aetherworks Marvel? Because if so, we might just have to like go fast and murder them, because I'm in no mood to sit around and get shreked by Ulamog's. So land. Yes, land. No. Oh well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little risky. I'll put it on the token. Swing for 6. Dear opponent, hurry up. All right, what have you got? Rouge Refiner. Yep, I'm good with this. It's just a chump blocker right now for them, so I'm good with this. Okay, so I put this on here to balance out the damage, and swing. So they're gonna block. So they don't have enough energy next turn to. They would have to have a Fabled Passage. No, that still won't work. Yeah, they might just be dead. If they don't have removal here, they might just be dead. Third Ether Hub. Oh boy. Come on, opponent, what you got? Aetherworks Marvel. Oh, you can spin it now. Oh crap. Okay. Why did I think it was 7? Oh well. Well, look. It's never super reliable either. It's just a coin flip. You got a Woodward, you're supposed not. I think you're dead. I think you're dead, opponent. Rippin' peps. Okay, how do I get the maximum damage here? No, you know what it is? I think I just beat in and don't do anything. Because I can hold up a Karametra's Blessing, and when they try to kill something, I can protect it. And then next turn, if I draw a land, if they happen to get Nullmog here, I can then draw a land and I can play the outside, give the other thing pro something. No, I still can't get through the Nullmog. Well, we'll see what happens. Might just lose here. Oh, Ugin! No! That's really good. That's like the one thing I definitely did not want to see. I would have preferred Nullmog. Oh, they just -1 that. Oh god, that's gross. Okay, so if they happen to play an Ugin, we lose. That's kind of how this goes. Oh god, okay. Okay. This is kind of where, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a bad time. Okay, so. Yeah, see, if we had a single extra land here, we'd probably be fine. I don't think it was wrong to keep this hand, because it was real good, and yeah, maybe it was. Well, I mean, now we know it was, but at the time, it looked greedy, but good. Skullcrack, thanks very much for the follow, bud. Welcome along, guys. It's great too. Skullcrack, yeah. What's the Skullcrack, lads? Bet you never heard that one before, huh? What's the Skullcrack? Skullcrack. 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 Bet you never heard that one before, huh? Oh lord, this is yeah, this is game over. I guess we're kind of just giving our opponent more information, but it's not like there's anything here that's going to be a shock to them, so we may as well just give it a lash, see what happens. What's the minus on that again? Minus 10. Oh, cool. Like, yeah, right now. All right. Well, you never know. They might. I don't know. Bolt face. This is not good. This is not good at all. This feels a bit weird to put in with Etherworks Marvel, because if you hit Necessary developments off of it, it comes in and dies. Which I guess gives you an energy, but like, that seems like a real low floor. Yeah, okay, we're done. Game over, man. Game over. Sideboard. Add more land. No. Okay. Okay, so these are on cast trigger. Or Ulamog's on cast trigger, so this ain't great. But it only stops creatures entering or dying. Cause abilities to trigger. Well, I suppose no, I don't think. I think it's a little too narrow, possibly, for this. But Brain Maggot, maybe. I could see Brain Maggot coming in. Apostle, no good. Gideon, probably not very useful. I think it's too slow. Deadweight, not great. It feels like they don't have a lot of removal, so Euphemia's not amazing. I think we just want to race them. Welcome back, Siggy. I'm gonna take out the Euphemias. It doesn't feel like a grindy game, and like, yeah, Sram just feels slow. Yeah, like this deck can 100%, as you've seen, we've barely cast Sram, and this deck is still just nuts. So it's not like, I know Sram's name is in the title. And generally speaking, if the name's in the title, you probably shouldn't be pulling them out. But there are absolutely games and matches where it's not necessary, not needed. And would you believe I'm probably bottoming Sram here? Do I care enough about Brain Maggot, or do I just want to race them? I think I just want to race them. In which case, Sram will help me draw into more stuff. No, I'm going to keep Brain Maggot. This is plenty of damage here, so I think we can probably make it. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, come on, opponent. Let's see your 3 Ether Hubs again. Okay, shock, love it. Ether Hub, or not Ether, oh, Wild Slash. Oof, okay. They're going to be down to 4 cards now, so that's not the worst, but we'll see what happens here. If they just have removal, I'm going to be very sad. Okay, so they have another Wild Slash, which we're now going to have to get rid of. Oh, Golos is going to be a pain. That 5 toughness, though. Yeah. Okay, they had a decent starting hand. Golos is pretty good. What does Golos get in that deck, though? Like, I assume it's just for the activated ability. It's just sort of extra copies of Marvel, right? Would that be correct? I know it seems sketchy to go all in on this Brain Maggot, but I don't really have much of an option. So, oh yeah, the cards that we know of. This is gone. These are now just duplicates. So we're aware of these 3 cards and one other card that they haven't played yet. So Flunge. Feel like we're not going to get there with this. We're going to have to draw something good. Like if we draw like an All That Glitters into Griff Spoon into All That Glitters, I think that's probably good. Or Ethereal Armor. Like it's basically the same thing. Kind of wish I had that Sram now. Well, I suppose if we had Sram, it would have just died to this wild slash. So I think I think I chose correctly. Oh, that's not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see right now. They did, however, miss a land drop, so I'm pretty happy about that. I don't feel it's necessary to play another land here. Yep, search the library for a basic. They are off kilter just enough that we might be able to make it if we just get something really good here, but this game life has actually been pretty backbreaking. Oh, you're kidding me. I feel like they're gonna just drop a thingy now, and either works Marvel and then we lose. Kind of how this feels. We just didn't have the pressure. We've just drawn blanks, which is unfortunate. Rogue Refiner, sure, yeah. Does stop us a little bit, but yeah, let's play at the Sram. I think we attack with everything here. If they want to block this, then we get more damage through, and yeah, this is fine. This just means we get the extra point of damage in by calling them on it, so yeah, I'm okay with this. Now we could chain a load of auras together if we keep this Sram around, in which case we're going to be in a very good spot. So this Rogue Refiner's gone. This Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot is gone. Harness Lightning, rip and peps. Oh god, that's awful. Oh no, oh no, no, oh no. We have like no board left. We need an aura off the top, and we need it to be... Oh god. Yep, so this is why the deck's not great against lots of removal. Okay, well, not to worry. We have got contingency plans for this. So we can get rid of a couple of things here. Like, let's get rid of the Brain Maggot and the Sram from the bin, because we can't get them back at any point, so that's fine. And then we go to combat, and we're still keeping a little bit of pressure on, but it's very mediocre at this point. And over to them. Yeah, we're on a 3-turn clock currently. That's not going to be good enough, even though they're stumbling. They're really missing their land drops though. This is turn 7, and they haven't hit. Yeah, this is not good for them either, so we just put it on here and then swing. Yeah, I think we put it on here, because we put it on here, they either chump this or trade with this, and then we still get the Sentinel's eyes anyway. So I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, they trade off here, and that's fine. Then yeah, I'm gonna pass turn because I don't feel the need to put the Sentinel's eyes on just yet. I don't think it's necessary. They maybe be dead here, maybe, depending on what we draw. Brain Maggot's a start. Brain Maggot's a start. It's helpful in some ways. What's your hand looking like? Okay, so you've got the downside of playing a deck like that. Okay, so what I think I'm taking here is I think we just take the Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. No, we have to take the Marvel. Again, I don't think there's actually much point in doing the Sentinel's Eyes yet either, because it's not going to change our clock, but it means that if they do find removal for one of these, we'll still have enough stuff in the bin in order to actually cast it again. So I think what we're doing is okay here. I would have spent my time gaining the life, but no, I suppose at this point I don't think it really actually matters. But Anger of the Gods. Well, this is good for me in a way, because you can sack to give this pro red. And then just win because they stumbled. That's kind of nice. Oh, that's even better. Let's just get that on. Death by Brain Maggot. Yeah, that was unfortunate for our opponent, but hey, we got there. I think if I'd played more loosely there, I think we absolutely would have died. I think we're kind of fine the way we are. They have a bit more removal than I expected, actually, so I'm gonna bring the Euphemias in, and I'm gonna pull one Hoplite and one, I think one Aulic Glitters. These are among the weaker cards when there's lots of removal, I think. It just feels like the blowout potential is much greater. So, yeah, this is taking a little bit. So I think this may be the last game, but it's enjoyable though. I'm enjoying it. Again, there's a bit of a clock, but there's not much. But there is disruption, so yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. Their mana base is screwing them again, I think, which I am okay with seeing. So, yeah, play at the outside. If they kill it, next turn we can play Euphemia and get a zombie. So that's kind of nice. I'm quite high on this card. I quite like it. There is a build of a standard Aura's deck that runs 4 Euphemia, and I quite like it. Okay, so it feels like they've actually got a counterspell here, because they literally didn't do anything. So I'm going to use this. Okay, there was no response. They've essentially F6'd. So that's kind of nice. But with this, I know that we don't have disruption now until next turn, but we do have Karametra's Blessing to protect our current threat, which means that they're going to have to spend 2 pieces of removal onto 1 creature. And then we still get the aura anyway, so I'm kind of alright with that. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. They've got 3 energy. Yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Ooh, another one. Yes, I would like to pay 2 life. I want to play Brain Maggot. I want to play Brain Maggot for sure. See what they've got. Okay, it's not great. It's not great, but I think I want to take the. Okay, this is interesting. If I take the Anger, and they use Wild Slash. Oh, what do we do? Okay, so if I take the Anger and they use Wild Slash, I can protect with the Karametra's Blessing, which is fine. If they... Yeah, I think that's better. I think I'm going to take the Anger. I know that normally you would take the more expensive spell, but, like... I think this is actually just better. And I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to attack. If they trade, it's fine. It's not a big deal. We're not really down that much, because we're still getting that enchantment, so okay, they're shocking. What are they going for? Whirler? Yeah, that's okay. Cave of Koalos. Yeah, I'm gonna play Euphemia. Euphemia seems good. and then I'll play a Griff Spoon on this. Yeah. So they want to respond with a Wild Slash. I'll just pump it, and that's all good. Yep, sounds good. Let's go. Now when I attack, they can't make enough Thopters to block it properly, so yeah, seems decent. Seems decent. And then we'll be able to make a zombie as well. The Whirler having the yes. Let's target the outside. Make a zombie. Yeah, so 3 toughness here is actually a bit awkward. What are the cards that we are aware of? There's 2 Ugins in the hand anyway. There's no Wild Slash that I'm aware of. Yeah, we know of 2 Ugins, and that's basically it. Favorite Hoplight's nice. Now we can start punching through the Whirler. I think, is it ridiculous to actually just attack all in here? It could be. We really need to get some damage through, but you know what? Maybe it's yeah. I'm gonna swing in with the 2 of these. Maybe not. Can't swing in with the 2 of them. We need to get them bigger. I know what I could have done there. I could have swung in with one of them. They could have. Yeah, I'm gonna get another zombie. I know this is risky, but let's go with it, I guess. I hope they just don't have another anger. Like, they're 2 lands off just hard casting Ugin, so we do have to kill him soon. Not looking forward to this. Not looking forward to this. We do have, if they don't do any blocks, we do have basically lethal on board, but we also don't know what's in their hand, so... Well, we know 2 Ugins, which is... Well, that's game over. If they hit us with Ugins. That's nice, actually. So I'll play that. I think now's the time to swing in with a bunch of stuff. It's never gonna end the way we want it to. It's just the key thing to keep alive is the Brain Maggot. If we keep the Brain Maggot alive, the rest of the board survives, and that's fine. It does mean that we'll end up losing a couple things here, but if we don't force a flunge, then we can't actually win. So okay, so yeah, we're gonna pump with a Blessing here. Euphemia dies, Hoplite dies. They're down to 8. We've only got 1 blocker. Hopefully they don't have anything to kill the Brain Maggot this turn, because if they do, we're kind of dead. It's kind of a fingers crossed moment. So, let's see. If they miss a land this turn, it's actually very, very good for us. So hopefully they don't get a land drop. that means that they've gas in their hand instead, which might be bad, but this is okay. I think the best thing we can do is just, yeah, like we're not very well sized right now. Like if they have like, if they have anything here, we're in trouble. But I think our best line is to just flunge in with stuff. I know we're going to lose one of these to the Whirler Virtuoso, but yeah, that's rough. That's rough as toast. But at least we draw a card, so there's that. Not the card I wanted to draw. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to play Concealed Courtyard this turn because then after they play Anger of the Gods now, which they almost definitely will, we can play Favorite Hoplite and get Griff's Boon back. Which means that we then have a 2... These are just passing? Really? That doesn't seem super smart, but okay. Unless they like, if they have instant speed removal here, then rip. Yeah, they do. They have a Wild Slash and a Braid. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's rough. Yep, not ideal. Now we can't attack. They're still not hitting their land drops any further, so we're temporarily safe from the Ugins, but never mind. They're gonna have one this turn. Next turn. This is kind of last ditch effort. If we get a Karametra's Blessing off the top, what does that do? Okay, let's just try and bring it back. And if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. Screw it. In you go. Yeah, like they're gonna untap an Ugin, but like there's nothing else we can really do here. Ugin is just so stupid good. That's 4. So yeah, we're dead. We're so close as well. If we just drew 1 or 2 pieces of gas instead of, like, we're running 18 lands. It's unfortunate, but such is the way. Such is the way. The fact that it exiles is, yeah, it means that we don't have our gas no more. Might it be correct to run, this seems weird, but might it be correct to run like 2 Shambling Vent? I know they come in tapped, but like, yeah, we just gotta hope that they don't kill this. Like, this is our best out. Our best out is like, please don't kill that. Yep. Rip. Rip and a rip. If we had a Karma, actually, if we'd held on for Karametra's Blessing, we probably would have won this game. That's... If we draw one now, I'm going to be very sad. It means I would have, like, horribly punted. Don't tell me you're casting the Noodle Mog. Oh, you are. Yeah, we gave them too much time to survive and build up. Yeah. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. But it was good. It was good. Overall, still had all D's. Okay. So what have I learned about the deck? It is super fun. Let's sort by converted mana cost, and you can see how low to the ground this deck is. This deck's super fun. If there's formats, or if in your LGS that like everything is all kind of aggro, this will just clean up. This will absolutely clean up. The shop that I go to is generally quite heavy on aggro, and some sort of mid-range stuff. So if there's a lot of like heavy removal and stuff, then this gets a little bit worse. But it can definitely grind. It can definitely grind with the Griff Spoons, the Karametra's Blessings, the Euphemias, the Srams, and the Sentinel's Eyes, and the Hateful Eidolons are all good at grinding. So the potential is that like it can have a little bit of a floppy draw where it just doesn't really get there fast enough to stop stuff like, say, combo decks or control decks from setting up properly. But there are also times where they just don't have the answer and you win on like turn 4. So yeah, the potential's there for this to be sick, really sick. And this deck wouldn't exist if Theros Beyond Death didn't have the cards that it did in it. It is really sweet. Do I think it's going to be a high tier deck? No. Do I think it's going to be just awesome and fun to play anyway? Yes, absolutely. This is really fun. Would I suggest this to someone looking to get into Pioneer? Yeah, definitely, because it like the cost of entry, the main cost of entry. Let me show you this. The main cost of entry. These 4 lands. You also just like if you're just trying the format out, just don't buy these. Just don't buy these. Like the rest of the deck, you're either going to find in like a common or uncommons box, or like just trade a couple of random jank rares for like most of the stuff here. Sram is starting to go up a little bit because this deck did start to do well. But like apart from that, there's nothing else of real value in here. Maybe the Gideons, but like Gideons here are like €4, I think. So like translate to like maximum $5 or something. But yeah, it's real sweet. Really, really sweet. What would I change about it? I don't actually think I would change all that much. Like I said, I might consider if it was a matter where there was going to be a lot of an awful lot of removal, I would probably swap 1 or 2 of the auras for maybe 1 or 2 God's Willing, and maybe put in like 1 or 2 Shambling Vent. And what would I remove? I would probably go down like 1. Like the more removal that's in the format, the more I would go up on Euphemia and God's Willing. I'd probably sooner add more Euphemias than I would God's Willings, to be honest. I would probably sooner add more of these, even though they're legendary. They're just real good. But yeah, other than that, the list feels tight. It feels really good. Really, really good. There are some lists that have 5-0 that have like 2 Euphemias, some have 3, and you know they just pulled out on 1 or 2 favorite Hoplite instead, which makes sense because they're one of the only non-enchantments in the deck, you know. But apart from that, but yeah, it's really fun. I would highly recommend just get a basic Mana Traders account. I've the cheapest Mana Traders account, #not sponsored, but I have like the super entry one because I play a lot of like budget decks and just decks for fun, so I don't need a high ticks rental or whatever, and it's real cheap. Just go rent this, go play it. The price of it online, if you were to buy it, 46 ticks. Like that's real low. Yeah, it's a fun deck. Definitely recommend it. We didn't really get to see a lot of the power of Sram, but in the games where we stalled out, like he absolutely showed his value for sure. But yeah, that's it for this deck anyway. This stream should be up on YouTube probably tomorrow, I would say. So if you missed the start of it or missed any of it, you can jump on there. If you're not yet following me on Twitter, jump over there to twitter.com and find me. I'm at Savantier there. It's at Savantier everywhere. Same on YouTube. If you are not yet following, click the little follow button there. You'll be helping me out. And yeah, I've got a Patreon. All the details and stuff are below. If you want to click through there, they're also over on my Twitter, like I said. And that's it. I should be back on here next week with the deck that I'm going to be playing, that I'm going to be doing a YouTube video on later this week. So until next Monday, everybody, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed. Leave some feedback, like I said, over on Twitter. Let me know what you thought. And until next time, take it easy and keep on janking.